Hello, Tarot friends. It's Samantha with Dreaming Angel Tarot, and today I wanted to share with you how I added color to my Wild Unknown tarot deck. When this deck first came out a few years back, I was completely turned off by it because it lacked color. And to me, color is vibrancy, vitality, emotion, and I just felt like it was kind of flat. So since then, there's been a third edition, and right from the printer, there's been more color added to the cards. And in addition to that, I got out my colored pencils and I added even more color. So I wanted to walk through the cards and explain why I chose the colors that I did. And maybe if you are having some of the same feelings that I did at first, maybe you don't like the black and white aspect of the cards, perhaps seeing what I did could kind of change your mind about the deck, or if you have the deck already and you like it, maybe adding some color would help you to connect on a deeper, more personal level with the cards. So that's why I wanted to share that with you today. Okay, so just really briefly, because I don't want this to get boring, they're kind of out of order, but I did put some of them together so that I could show you the contrast. The Empress card on the third edition, straight from the printer, has red, purple, and pink on the outer leaves of the tree, which is fantastic way to express the Empress because it's the color of love, pink, and intuition, and those feelings and emotions of love radiating outward. Now I went ahead and added the green on the trunk and in the center because otherwise it was white here. And to me, it made the Empress feel empty, and that's not at all what she's about. So that's why I chose to color it in, and I chose green because it's the color of vitality, of growth, and that is what the Empress is about. Now, the Emperor, in contrast, didn't need any color because this is a pretty black and white guy. So straight from the printer, I feel like this is a good interpretation of what the Emperor is about in contrast to the Empress. So we have another tree card in the Tower. And for the same reasons I chose from the printer, it comes white. I chose to fill in a vibrant green at the bottom, and then kind of a duller green in the middle, and kind of an ash gray at the top where it's being struck by lightning. So again, the green representing the vitality, and then as you go up the tower, that vitality is no more, it's turned to ash. So, and then you can see how that kind of mimics what I did with the emperors. There are two horses in the deck, which I absolutely love horses. Even rode when I was a kid, a little bit as an adult, but mostly that's in my childhood memories. Anyway, the Chariot to me is the Sagittarius. And it's that fire energy getting up and moving. And horses often symbolize power and movement. That's why we still today use the term horsepower. So I added some yellow rays coming from the sunshine. From the printer, you only see the red in the corners. So all the other colors I added, and then the red, the fiery red to the mane. Now in contrast, on the Five of Cups, we have another horse with his head down. And I chose this blue color because, well, sometimes people say you're feeling blue when you're emotionally down. And it also reminded me a little bit of Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. That color just looks exactly like that of Eeyore. Okay, now moving on to the court cards. So I absolutely love that she used swans to represent the cups. And here I filled in the cup on the Mother of Cup with blue because right away I connect blue with the symbol of cups. So I added blue in the background here to the Father of Cups. The blue on the Daughter of Cups, the little rainbow reflection was already there from the printer. Just adding the blue so that I can right away get the feeling of water. and then the blue background here on the Son of Cups. With the court cards for the Pentacles, I used a brown. Well, deer are brown, but more importantly, it triggered me to hone in on that earth energy. So that's pretty straightforward, and I added color to each of those. She's using snakes for the fire suit, the suit of wands. The daughter of wands comes straight from the printer just like this, and it was perfect. It didn't need any color. The son of wands, I added color to the snake itself. Made him kind of fiery orange. Now this one's interesting. The mother of wands, I only added brown to accentuate the rattlesnake markings on the mom. It's interesting, when I did that, the eggs were more visible to me. I didn't even see that she was a nesting mother before I added the color, and then it popped. And this guy is the chakra rainbow color, and I chose that because the King of Wands, or the Father of Wands, is a very dynamic personality. So that's why I chose to color him that way. Again, the the suit of swords, also another extroverted, dynamic element in the Mother of Swords. So the background in this one is highlighted with the rainbow chakra colors, and the mother, I left her as she was because the colors in the background, she's a little more subdued because she's female. The Son of Swords, I lit this guy up with the rainbow chakra because I do feel like that this personality is extremely dynamic. The Daughter of Swords. So from the printer, I believe the little stars already have color. I'm not sure, but I just pulled that color down a little bit, and then I added a little bit of brown just to highlight the owl. On the Father of Swords, from the printer, the sword is already colored, so I just added the natural color of the animal. I feel like the animals are so important in this deck that they should have color. Ace of Pentacles, I added the green to the background right away so that I could hone in on that earth energy. Green. This is the Seven of Cups, and I left it as is from the printer. This is the Four of Swords. I just pulled a little bit of the color that was already there. The yellow and the blue came from the printer. I left the Nine of Wands as it is. I haven't felt like I needed to change any colors here. I might do that later. I love the spider as the Eight of Pentacles. You might choose to do something differently here, but the reason I chose to add the chakra colors is that sometimes when I look at a spider web and I catch it in the light, it looks a little iridescent. Ten of Wands, no color needed. This is the Nine of Pentacles, and I chose to add a little bit of green to the stems of the feathers and a little bit in the background because this card wasn't triggering me to think pentacles because the background was red from the printer. However, the red background makes a lot of sense to me because that's the root chakra. And when the root chakra is really strong, that conveys what this card is all about, financial security. Six of Wands, this is the way it comes from the printer. I don't at this point see a need to add color. I like it the way it is. The same thing here with the Eight of Swords. Now the Wheel of Fortune, I've seen some reviews around YouTube, and a lot of people are not liking this one. So what I did is added the red, yellow, and black to symbolize the Native American medicine wheel. And to me, this card, just right away when I look at it, makes a lot of sense. I get it. It's the wheel of the year. It's yeah, and it was already divided up that way with the little branches going from side to side. So that wasn't hard to figure out. Two of Wands, this is the way it comes from the printer in the 3rd edition. Same thing with the Two of Swords. I left it as is. The Hierophant, just like that. Now the star. To me, the star is about healing. It's about finding your destiny. So obviously green and purple would resonate in that. So because purple is your connection to that crown chakra. And to find your destiny, you indeed need to be connected to, to spirit. So, and then since water is a big part of the star, I also included blue. So blue, green, and purple is what I pulled in there. Now, again, like I said, to me, the animals have so much personality and they mean so much. I just wanted to add color to each animal. And before I colored this little fox, I didn't realize that he was sitting on a sword. It drew my attention to that. So just little details like that I was able to appreciate, but just by picking up my coloring, just by picking up my colored pencils. Again, 6 of Cups. From the printer, the root system was all lit up like this, but at the top it was blank. So I felt like, since the 6 of Cups to me means expression of emotion, because that's what children do. Children don't hold their emotions back. They reflect on the outside exactly what's on the inside. So I just wanted to convey a reflection on the outside as the inside. Ace of Swords, beautiful, just as it is from the printer. Judgment. So since this card is about resurrection, it's about resurrection of spirit, and a little bit like the star card, in connection with your destiny, coming more alive where you may have felt dead. Of course, that is just lighting up that crown chakra. So to me, purple is what was needed here. Sorry about the lighting, guys. Ace of Wands, perfect, right from the printer. This is the 4 of Wands. It reminds me of God's Eye, a little craft that my stepdaughter did in Girl Scouts. The sun is perfect as is. It didn't need any color. Now the moon, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but from the printer, the trees are white with a black background. And to me, the moon is not black and white. What the moon card is conveying is kind of a gray area, an uncertainty, things that need to be uncovered. Things aren't quite black and white. So I used my silver. So I'm not sure you can quite see that, but to me that card just wasn't black and white. 2 of Cups, I added the blue and the green because to me this is a very positive card about sharing emotion. And when emotion is equally shared in any partnership, it's wonderful, it's delightful. 5 of Wands. I'm sorry, this is the 8 of Wands, and I didn't see any reason to add color here. This is the 6 of Swords with the Rainbow of Hope, so I like that. Straight from the printer, no additions. The Magician. To me, the Magician is so dynamic in its energy. I felt that I needed to add the yellow color, the color of action, and the little brown spots. Sometimes leopards are black, and to me black cat energy is very feminine. So I didn't want to look at this card with the cat being white and imagining that it was black. So that's my reasoning behind adding this one. That, and I want to add color to all the animals. The Hermit, I love this guy. So I used a very yellow kind of toned down green, not a bright vibrant green, because he's hermiting, right? There's not a lot of action going on here, so I wanted to use kind of toned down, subdued colors. Temperance, straight from the printer, looks just like this. Ace of Cups, right from the printer. The Devil, this is the cutest devil I've ever seen, but I did want to color him just like you would imagine a billy goat would look. Now the 8 of Cups, I chose to put some blue in the horizon. 1, because it's the cups, and 2, because there is some color here. The reason that you leave or reach for the stars or leave a negative emotional state is because you have hope, right? So that's why I chose to add color. This is the 6 of Pentacles. I did add the green leaves because to me the 6 of Pentacles is a card of having a little extra and somewhat abundance, so it needed color. And in contrast, here's the 5 of Pentacles. I could have chosen to leave the stem white. The red rose was here from the printer, but since the rose was red, I decided to go ahead again and use that same color as I used on the Hermit. It's a very subdued, not very vibrant green. The Hanged Man, little Batley, love him. He didn't need any color. His red eyes kind of say it all. This is the Five of Wands, and I did add the red, orange, and yellow. The lines kind of convey pretty good that the energy is going in different directions. You could choose not to add color to this one, but to me this is still a very dynamic card, being a fire energy card. You might not feel good about it, but you're feeling something. Love the Three of Pentacles. Love it. So I noticed that she had the three primary colors here. The red, yellow, and green. And it almost makes me feel as though you have everything you need to get a project done. You've got engineering, finance, and operations. So I don't know. So I just added those colors up in the horizon. Five of Swords doesn't need anything. Ten of Pentacles didn't need any color. It came just like that from the printer. The Seven of Pentacles. So I just added the rainbow chakra colors. Why? Because there's 7 of them. Four of Pentacles. This is the way it came from the printer. I haven't added anything yet. I might do that in the future. It just hasn't come to me yet. Death needs no color. It's not vibrant. Lovers, perfect. The 3rd edition is perfect right from the printer. And I think this is my favorite card to have colored. So I added the purple onto the tigress, because this is the High Priestess. Purple, of course, is the color of intuition. I tried coloring in just the moon, but that wasn't enough. It's like it just needed something else. And you still have the black and white contrast here, so I felt like that worked very well. It's probably my favorite. Two of Pentacles. So I added the green in the background, 2 slightly different shades, because you are balancing 2 different sides, 2 different areas of your life. It is a pentacle. Three of Wands, as is from the printer. And here we have the Nine of Swords, as is from the printer. Nine of Cups. I added a little bit of color just to match. The rainbow background was there already, so I just added the color to the cups because I wanted them to feel full. Seven of Wands. Looks like a match. Perfect. I did color the little rat in the Four of Cups because he is doing something, even though he's sitting on your joy, little thief. The Fool. So I added green leaves and pink blossoms. I was thinking maybe they're cherry blossoms in the spring, because it's probably springtime, of course. I was a little confused by this. It looks like the chick has a duck bill, so I thought maybe this is one of the swans, but it doesn't have webbed feet and it's in a tree. This bill looks kind of funny. It doesn't look like a chick bill. Oh well. Justice. So I added the color in the background. Blue for emotion and yellow for the color of the mind, because you have to, when you're weighing options, you weigh what's in your mind and your emotions, and there are opposite sides of those. So that's why I did that. The World. To me, the world has to have color, right? And I just filled in the chakra colors there on that snake circle. It's not an infinity symbol this time. Ten of Cups. This is subtle, but here's what I did. I added the red, orange, yellow, green, and blue at the bottom. And I didn't notice this at first, but you have little strings of red tying in to each of the cups, at the 5 cups at the top, putting a rainbow into each one. All right, see that? The orange radiates out one, and the yellow provides one to each one so that they intertwine. And I didn't recognize that until I colored it. It's interesting. The 3 of Cups didn't need anything. Now, Strength. I just colored him like a lion. He could be different colors. He could. But to me, he kind of reminded me like the Courage lion from The Wizard of Oz. So that's why I kept him that color. 10 of swords, no color needed, and 3 of swords, no color needed. So I hope I didn't bore you too much and that was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your support, and let me know in the comments below if you've colored your deck and what you did, or if you are going to and what you plan to do. And I look forward to reading those. Thank you guys very much. Bye-bye.